Hello everyone, I am Erika of beadingskool.com and you are watching No One Has to Bead Alone, my weekly open beading workshop to make sure that every beader all around the world has company. Today we are going to bead Zuzi's ruby OCULUS earrings, and we are starting to work with the very beautiful, vibrant Rosetta Window Beading School Academy theme box. Please let me know if you can hear me. Please let me know if you can see me, and then we can start. I see Rita. I see Merle. Can you please let me know, ladies, if you can hear me, if you can see me? Well, this is a live video that you can catch on Beading School Facebook page and also on our YouTube channel. And later, you will be always able to watch the recordings. And since it's a live video, then it's very important for me to know if the technical side is all right before we would continue. I see Erika, I see Cindy. Antoinette says, hello everyone, sound is great. Cindy says it's good. Thank you so much, ladies, for letting me know. So today we are going to bead Zuzi's ruby OCULUS earrings. As I said, they come from the Rosetta Window Beading School Academy theme box, or of course you can also bead it from your own stash, or we also have everything that you need in many colors in the Beading School bead shop, and we ship worldwide. And the earrings that Zuzi created, they might be one of the smaller designs from this box, but I have to say that they are definitely one of my favorites. Usually I like to choose a different kind of color combination to work with, so then you can look at the original, you can look at the alternate color combination, but I just love this so much that already I have half an earring in the original Rosetta Window colors on my bead mat, and I am going to complete it today during No One Has to Bead Alone, exactly in the same way as Zuzi imagined them to be, even with the same ear stud. And you can do the same from your Beading School Academy theme box if you would like to. And while Zuzi imagined them to become earrings, I can say, especially while holding this motif in my hand, that this is also very suitable to become a bracelet or a component into a necklace. I could also imagine it like 4 pieces connected together in a cross shape and then filling in something in between. So you have many possibilities to play with this. Zuzi says about the inspiration. Rose windows and the craftsmanship behind them are a true wonder to watch. I look for them every time I visit a church or cathedral and try to catch as many details as possible. That's why instead of designing a full round motif from the theme box, I look at the small details that can be connected into a larger picture, just like the elements of the rose window. They are a reminder that also our life is full of small pieces, moments that come together to create a beautiful sight. So today we are going to bead Zuzi's ruby OCULUS, and you can already download the tutorial if you follow noonehas2beadalone.com, the link, or if you scan the QR code from the screen, or if you click the link that I have just posted. By the way, Angelina says, these are fantastic earrings. This and the Gothic diamond could possibly be my favorite earring design so far. So nice, Angelina. Thank you for writing this. And Jessica says, Hi everyone, just stopping by to say hi from Cyprus. I usually live in Sweden. Oh, the theme is so beautiful. Enjoy your vacation very much, Jessica. Helena is saying hi to everyone around the world because indeed we have beaders checking in from all around the world, and it is one of the best feelings during No One Has to Be Alone. While of course, like, we enjoy creating something beautiful, but to feel connected to like-minded people from all over the world, I think it's such a treasure that we can enjoy week by week. So thank you so much, ladies. I would also like to show you how you can download the tutorial. So no one has to beadalone.com, or you can visit beadingschool.com and then click No One Has to Be Alone in the main menu. And then what you can do is, since No One Has to Be Alone has started as my social contribution when the pandemics hit and we went into lockdown, I wanted to make sure that even if the real life workshops were cancelled, I wanted to create an opportunity for the beading world to enjoy beading together and help our mental health. And once it became it, even if like the lockdown is luckily only in the past, but this tradition and the community is still going strong. So once I saw the effect, I decided that I will keep this possibility as long as possible. So always there are two options when it comes to the tutorial for the No One Has to Be Alone workshops. You can decide to support the broadcast by hitting the pink button and checking out through the Bead shop with the tutorial. Ruby Oculus costs, for example, €8. And thank you so much if you decide to support Beading School and No One Has to Be Alone by buying the tutorial. And I kindly ask you, if you need new colors or if you need the components for it, then I kindly ask you to consider placing your order for beads and cabochons and findings in the Beading School bead shop, because we need that very much to be able to continue with this. But for 3 days, also starting 1 hour before the workshop, you also have the opportunity to download the tutorial as a gift from me and Beading School. To do that, you need to click the yellow button, type in your email address, click send, and then it will arrive in a few minutes in your inbox. And in the meantime, Angelina says, I'm always sharing No One Has to Be Alone in my group. I hope people appreciate how truly generous this program is. And thank you so much, Angelina, for doing that. I can only repeat your words that I truly appreciate that you do that. And every share, every like helps us tremendously. So please, ladies, hit the share button. Tell your friends about No One Has to Be Alone. Tell your friends about Beading School, because this is how we can thrive together. And today we need your help even more than before. So back to the tutorial, and thank you for doing that, everyone. Back to the tutorial and the possibilities. Do you have any questions about the motif? We did not have any homework before the workshop, but I would like to recommend you to visit the gift tutorial section anyway from the Beading School website, because even if you didn't have to bezel anything in advance, I'm sure that you will discover something that catches your eye. And the designer is this time Zuzi, by the way, And I have just posted the link to Zuzi's gallery in the Beading School Bead Shop. If you would like to discover more from her, then there are, wow, 99 tutorials at the moment. So the next one, Zuzi, that you publish, it will be your 100th tutorial for Beading School, together with Beading School. So when Zuzi publishes her next tutorial, then we should all celebrate together with her. And about the material that you will need today, for every motif, you will need one piece of 8mm Preciosa chaton, two pieces of 6mm chaton montes. There was a question. It was 4mm in the PDF. I apologize for the mistake. And can you please send an email to info@beadingschool.com so we can correct it? And you need the 6mm ones that are included in the box. So one 8mm chaton, two pieces of 6mm SS29 chaton montes, 8 pieces of Milky Slender bugle beads, 6 pieces of 3mm fire polished beads, then 6 pieces of 3mm Preciosa bicon beads, 4 pieces of 2 times 3mm fire polished spacer beads, and then a small amount of size 15, size 11 Milky round seed beads, and a tiny bit of Milky Delica, 8 pieces to be precise. So very, very little. If you have like a little bag where you have only a few pieces of Delica beads left, this is an opportunity to use them up all. And about the findings, you will need some metal findings to finish your jewel, and that depends on your personal choices. You might also need a charm if you want to hang something under the motif. You can make it into a pendant with a pendant holder. If you make it into a bracelet, you will need a clasp. So that's completely up to you. So, lovely ladies, are there any more questions about the material? Let me know, please. And in the meantime, I will show you the beautiful, beautiful video for the May-June Beading School Academy box that was inspired by a cathedral window, a Rosetta window, and I will switch to my hand camera. When I come back, then please also let me know. I will look into the comments to see if you have any questions. And when I come back, please let me know if you will be able to see my bead mat and still hear me. So for now, let's see the video. And if you don't have a box yet, or if you want more boxes, then we still have some very, very few Beading School Academy boxes for the beautiful Rosetta window theme. And I would like to thank everyone who already went for it. You ladies are amazing. So this is it. You can see now Zuzi's Ruby Oculus on the video. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can see me. And there is something important that I forgot to mention, that this week we also added the cabochons from the Rosetta window, the 18mm moon faces, and also the rectangles and other ones to the bead shop in other colors, so you might want to check it out. But first, please let me know if you can see me, if you can hear me. You should be able to see the illustration and my hand with Zuzi's Ruby Oculus. Can you please let me know? And Marcy says, in the meantime, so happy I got my box yesterday. Oh, and Linda says, you and your designers are amazing. Thank you, dear Linda. Hannah is waiting for 2 boxes. Irene is asking, is 8mm SS39? Yes, it is indeed, dear Irene. And Catherine says, bead met and sound good on YouTube. Thank you so much, Catherine, for letting me know. And it means that we can start beading. So in the first step, we are going to pick up 6 pieces of 3mm fire polished beads and 6 pieces of round 11 Miyuki seed beads interchangeably. We start with the round 11 Miyuki seed bead, and then a fire polished bead, round 11, fire polished bead, round 11, fire polished bead, and 3 more times until all 6 round 11s and all 6 pieces of 3mm round 11 beads are on my thread. Well, I'm using Fireline, so it's not exactly a thread, but kind of. Rita says, just love the colors. Oh, they are so nice in real life. And Kimberly says, Erika, I think we all love the new moon face round cabochons because every one of them is out of stock. Oh my god. Yes, they are very, very popular. And we already ordered for restock some more of them, and thank you for loving them. And there will be more. In 2-3 weeks, we should have everything back in stock that is gone from the Rosetta box. So after picking up, back to beading, after picking up all these beads, I'm going to bead through the very first round 11 to join them into a circle. This is how it looks like. And then I bead only through the fire polished beads. And this way, the round 11s, they get pushed outside of the circle a tiny bit, and the fire polished beads, they snuggle up nice and neat next to each other. Oh, and Jacqueline says, the moonface cabs are gorgeous. It was love at first sight. I really like how there is this star shape in the middle. So that's why we call them moonface cabochons, because there is an image inside, and I find them truly special. We had a rounded square in the Advent box in 2024, and Nitty's Agnes tutorial uses it. And now we have the round shape in 2 different sizes available. So I beaded all around the fire polished beads, and I want to finish in a round 11 seed bead. Kimberly says she loves the picture being so clear. Indeed, Zuzi's illustrations are always so easy to follow. She did such a good job also with Ruby Oculus, even if it has some layers also. So usually it's a challenge for the designer to translate the design into 2D, 2 dimensions, if it has layers. But Zuzi did an amazing job, you will see. And Kimberly says that there are like 3 colors of the 18mm moon faces in stock, and also very few of the elegant trapezoids and very few of the mystic rhombuses. So if you like them, go for them, please, ladies, if you don't want to wait. So let's see, what do we do in the second step of Ruby OCULUS? We are adding seed beads that will hold the front and the side of the bezel. So exiting one of the round 11 seed beads, I pick up 3 pieces of the round 15s in my first color, a 𝐂𝐿𝐊 and 3 more pieces of the round 15s in the first color. With these 7 beads on my needle, I bead through the next round 11 seed bead. And then I bead back through the very last that I added. Always the closest, nearest seed bead, new size 15 seed bead, that is next to a round 11, it will be part of 2 segments. So instead of picking up 3 round 15s, this time I pick up only 2, because I already have one. I pick up a 𝐿𝐊 and I pick up 3 more round 15s. And now with these 6 beads on my needle, I bead through the next size 15. Again, I bead back through the last round 15 that I have added. Now I do the same 4 more times. So I pick up 2 size 15s, 𝐿𝐊, 3 size 15s. I bead through the round 11 and I bead back through the last round 15. And hi Loretta and Nicolene and Sherry and Bernadette and many other beaders. Again, I pick up 2 size 15s, a 𝐿𝐊, and 3 more size 15s. How is it going so far, ladies? Are you already working with your Rosetta window colors, or did you choose something else for today? Some of our beaders said in the Beading School Club, when I posted a picture about my bead mat, that they are going to use lots of pure chatons during this theme, because it actually reminds them very much of vitrage, of stained glass windows, and that is so right, that the pure chatons are see-through, so they are very fitting for this theme. And hi Terry. And in step 2, Gapamo says, in the tutorial it looks like we had to start from the fire polished bead. Fire polished bead, and then you bead through the size 11, size 11 that is next to it. So before you would pick up the new beads, you need to exit a size 11. And for the very last segment here, I am exiting a size 15. Then I pick up 2 size 15s, a 𝐿𝐊, and only 2 size 15s to close this part of the bezel. And I bead through the very first size 15 that I have picked up towards the size 11. I bead through the size 11, and then I continue through 3 size 15s and a 𝐂𝐿𝐊. So we are building a little nest for the chaton. This is how it should look like. So always there is one size 15 above the size 11 that is part of two segments. And then, parallel with the fire polished bead, we have a group of two size 15s, a delica, and two more size 15s. So this is how it looks like. Hi, Violetta. And let's see what's happening in step 3. I love it when we place the cabochon and we add preciosa crystals. So this is it. I already placed my chaton in the middle of the bezel. And I know that this might be a little bit uncomfortable because you still need to hold it with your thumb. However, I find it that it helps me all the way by keeping good thread tension. If I already add the beads and just pull my thread exactly as much as I need to. So exiting a delica bead, I pick up 3 pieces of round 15s, one in the first color, one in the second color if you are using 2 colors, and the third one also in the first color. And then I bead through the next delica. So these 3 seed beads in the size 15 will hold the chaton in place. And this is a super easy step. So always exiting a delica, I pick up the 3 round 15s, while the middle one is in an accenting color, and then I bead through the next delica. And this is how I close the top of the bezel. In the meantime, Sherry says, I really love this theme. I love the theme, I love the colors, I love the designs you fabulous ladies have made for us. I love all your themes, Erika, but this one is my favorite. Really, Sherry? It's also my favorite. At least until the next theme, when it will become my new favorite. I had a feeling you love all of them, Sherry, very much. And it's so incredibly nice to see your enthusiasm. And truly, like, reading your words, it's such a big motivation. And Sharon has a question. The diagram for the last step does not show beading back through a bead, but going down a bead and back up. You mean the step 2, right, Sharon? Here you bead through that very first size 15 that you picked up towards the size 11, and again through the size 15, and then through 2 more size 15s and a delica. For Kimberly, it's also a special theme because of the stained glass windows. And actually, we had Lita also posting a beautiful stained glass window post in the club. And also, Katja is also visiting a cathedral or a church with stained glass windows. So I'm really happy that so many of us feel a special connection. Terry says, I always end up with new favorites with each theme. Making friends with new shapes and colors is lots of fun. I have the same, Terry, and sometimes I do challenge myself with the new shapes and new colors too. A challenging shape for me was the hexagon during the fairy forest theme, and a challenging color combination was the black and white during the celestial lantern. And now I have added all 6 groups of size 15, size 15, size 15. And I will repeat the complete thread path. And I want to finish by exiting a delica bead. If at this point you would have a feeling that your bezel is not yet 100% secure, then you can also bead all around only through the size 15s. this depends on your thread tension, that if it is necessary or not. For me, it's not necessary, but I imagine that some beaders might find it suitable. And hi, Ginny. So let me know, ladies, in which cities did you see beautiful stained glass windows, maybe even like specifically Rosetta windows, rose windows in cathedrals? I'm always very curious to hear about your travels and memories and the inspiration for your beading art. So I beaded all around, and I will explain the next step while waiting for your answers. And I am exiting a 𝐂𝐋𝐈𝐂𝐊. In the next step, I will be adding the 2 chaton montes. So these are slightly smaller 6mm SS29 chatons sent into metal claw settings. And this is how the metal claw settings look like from the back. There is a hole. There are holes all around, 4 holes all together. And what I like about them, that they provide lots of stability thanks to the taller metal claw settings. So while I like to use the chaton rose montes for decorations, I like to include the chaton montes which are taller in the designs themselves too, so they become sturdier. And you can cross through this in 2 ways. Through holes opposite of each other, and I call this a long crossing, or through holes that are next to each other, neighboring holes, and I call this a short crossing. So exiting a delica bead, I bead through 3 round 15 seed beads from this little V-shaped decoration on this side. And I also bead through the size 11 that is sitting in between the fire polished beads. I pick up a long crossing, I make a long crossing through one of the chaton montes, and I also pick up a 𝐂𝐋𝐈𝐂𝐊. The 𝐂𝐋𝐈𝐂𝐊 will hold the chaton monte in place, and I bead back through the very same hole, making a long cross again. And then here I have a little gap where my thread is visible, so I want to make it disappear. I will first bead through the size 11 I was exiting before picking up the chaton, and when I slightly pull my thread and pinch on the delica, then the gap has disappeared. And then I bead through 3 round 15s and the next delica bead. In the meantime, I see Martha mentioning the Canterbury Cathedral. Oh my god, Mer says, I had experienced so many video tutorials, and you, Erika, are the best. After watching your many videos, I knew I could actually complete my many projects. Thank you so much, Merle, and I'm very happy that I can bring you value with this. I used to be at the beginning, like, I had an imposter syndrome, of course, but all the lovely comments and feedback that I get, also what I can improve, not only the good one, like good ones, all feedback is good. So I love also feedback where how I can improve, and also love reading how it helped to you. Angelina is mentioning the link called Cathedral. And she says it's one of the oldest and biggest in the world. And I'm so happy that you got to see it, Angelina. But now back to explanations. So I'm exiting a 𝐂𝐿𝐊 and I will start adding my bicon beads. So here I pick up round 15, 3mm bicon, and I actually need more round 15s. I ran out of them. I had only a tiny amount on my bead mat and it's not enough. So I pick up size 15, 3mm preciosa bicon, size 15, and then I bead through the next Delica bead. I love it that there is this accenting bluish purplish color of Delica beads because it's easy to find it in the bezel. Now when I am attaching thingies all around using mostly the Delica beads. Now I do the same. Exiting the Delica, I pick up size 15, preciosa bicon, size 15. And I bead through the next Delica. So this is how it looks like at the moment. And now I want to add another 6mm chaton monte. So I turn my bezel a bit sideways and then I bead through 3 size 15 seed beads. I bead through a size 11 seed bead that is sitting in between the fire polished beads. And then I pick up the remaining chaton monte using a long crossing, holes opposite of each other, and I pick up a 𝐂𝐿𝐊. I bead back through the same hole of the chaton monte, and I bead through the size 11 seed bead that I was exiting before picking it up one more time. Now I want to get back to my Delica bead, so I bead through 3 round 15s and the Delica bead in the bezel. And Sue says, I'm from the city of Ripon in North Yorkshire, UK, which dates back to 672. It has a beautiful rose window with unusual shapes. Wow, Sue, like, I want to see that. I would love to see that. Can you maybe post a picture to the club of your beautiful cathedral? I'm curious. And now I complete this step by picking up, again, remember, now I'm exiting a Delica. I pick up size 15, bicon size 15, and then I bead through the next Delica bead. And then again, size 15, bicon size 15. I bead through the next Delica bead. And now, to get in position for the next step, I bead through 3 size 15s, Delica, and then size 15, bicon, size 15. Again, this is like an example how Zuzi is such a mastermind when it comes to unusual thread paths. So this is how it looks like. And as you can see, you could also use just the bezel around the chaton, maybe complete it with the bicons all around and to make like some matching smaller components. But let's see what's happening in step. There will be snapping. So let's see what's happening in step 5. And there will be snapping. And Zuzi is here. She says, I hope you are having a great time beading. And Joyce is thanking her for a great pattern. So I'm exiting this size 15. And first I pick up another 𝐂𝐿𝐊, which will be next to the already attached 𝐂𝐂𝐊 𝐇𝐄𝐑𝐄. I bead through size 15 and bicone bead. And exiting the bicone bead, I pick up a size 15 and a slender bugle. Now comes the snapping. And I first, very important, I let my beads fall in place because I want to make the snapping as close to where the snapping will remain, the snap point will remain as possible. I don't want to pull the thread through the prong. So, but sometimes it's a bit necessary, but I want to make as little pulling as possible. So I have the round 15 and the slender bugle on my fire line, and I pull my thread gently under the prong. This is called snapping, and some of us are kind of addicted to it. And I snapped through the wrong prong because I need to snap through the top prong. So not through the one that is closer to the main bezel, but through the one that is closer to the outside edge of the motif and the 𝐿𝐿. This is the distance that we need to cover. So I show you, you need to pull the thread under this prong. Luckily, I could unsnap it easily. Now I pick up 3 pieces of round 15 and I bead through the 𝐿𝐿𝐿 that is holding the chaton montée. So these 3 pieces will run across the metal claw setting. Now I pick up 3 more round 15s, I let them fall in place, and I do another snap. So there is like a little V shape from the seed beads on this side. And now, after the snap, I can pick up a bugle, a 𝐂𝐄𝐊 slender bugle, and a round 15. And I bead through bicone and round 15. Super nice, right? How it's coming together. I pick up a 𝐂𝐂𝐊 and then I bead through round 15 and bicone. On the other side, I do the same. So I pick up a size 15 and a 𝐂𝐄𝐊 slender bugle. I snap under the outside prong. This makes the design so sturdy. I pick up 3 round 15s. I bead through the 𝐿𝐿𝐿 sitting on the top of the chaton montée. And now again, 3 round 15s. I pull the thread under the prong here. And I pick up a slender bugle and a round 15. I finish this step by beading through bicone, round 15, and now, instead of the new 𝐿𝐿𝐿, I bead through the old 𝐿𝐿𝐿 that is part of the bezel, and I bead all around through the seed beads, so namely 3 round 15s, 𝐿𝐿𝐿, three more round 15s, these are in the middle, 𝐿𝐿𝐿, and now I'm leaving this inside circle on top of the bezel, and I continue through round 15 bicon, round 15, and the delica on the outside edge. So I want to finish by exiting a delica on the outside edge of the motif that I have built so far. So this is how it looks like. And Irene says, I'm using stash colors from the bead shop because the box is not here yet and the colors are breathtaking. I love this design. Oh, so nice, Irene. I actually saw another color combination from Zuzi and I love it just as much as the Rosetta window. I hope you will show it in the club, Zuzi. And let's see what's happening in step 6. So in step 6, we start by beading through size 15 bicon, size 15. We actually want to get on the other side, exiting the Miyuki delica on the edge. Or no, sorry, we will stop after the bicon. So I bead it through size 15 bicon, size 15, and now delica, 3 pieces of round 15s, delica, round 15 bicon, and this is where I am going to add my first Miyuki spacer, fire polished 2 × 3 mm spacer bead. I love them that they are so tiny but shiny, not only because they are fire polished, so they have all these facets, but also I included a 24 karat aurum gold variation in the box, so it's indeed one of the sparkliest you can have. So exiting the bicon, I picked up a 2 × 3 mm fire polished spacer and I bead through this delica in the middle. I gently pull. This is a step where you don't want to force your thread over the edge of the bicon. You want to keep it gentle. Then after the delica, I picked up another spacer and I bead through the next 3 mm bicon. I continue through round 15 and slender bugle. And now I pick up 2 round 15s and I bead through 1 round 15 after the prong. I pick up 3 round 15s and I bead through 1 round 15 before the next prong. Now I pick up 2 more round 15s and I bead through slender bugle, round 15, and bicon bead. I repeat the same on this side. So exiting a bicon, I pick up a spacer bead and I bead through the delica in the middle. Then again, I pick up a spacer bead and I bead through a delica. Spacer bead and bead through a bicon. I continue up through round 15 and slender bugle. And here I complete the top with the seed beads. So I pick up 2 round 15s, I bead through 1 round 15. I pick up 3 round 15s, and again I bead through 1 round 15. And last new beads in this step, 2 round 15s, and then I bead through bugle, round 15, bicon, and a fire polished spacer bead. So this is how it looks like. Please don't pull too much on the spacer beads next to the bicons. In this next step, we are going to add some more bicons and slender bugles. And please be careful where you add the slender bugles. This is where I got a little bit confused first, but it was my fault because I didn't read the instructions of Zuzi closely. So please do that, or please watch me while I'm doing it. So I'm exiting a fire polished spacer, and I pick up a 3mm Preciosa bicon. I bead through the next fire polished spacer bead. Here I pick up a combination of round 15 Miyuki slender bugle and another round 15, and I bead through the chaton monte through the other pair of holes, and this is a long crossing. The slender bugles, the new ones, they will be under the ones that are already added. So there are, when you look at from the front, the bugles are crossing each other, and these ones, the new ones, are in the back layer. Again, we pick up round 15, Miyuki slender bugle, round 15, and I bead through a spacer bead. I love the construction, Zuzi. I hope you are still here, because I think there will be lots of cheering now going on when our beaders will do this step. Here I place a 3mm Preciosa bicon between the spacers, and then I pick up round 15, slender bugle, round 15, and I do a long crossing through the chaton monte. Again, I pick up round 15, slender bugle, round 15. This is the last group that I need to add. And then I bead through spacer, bicon, spacer, round 15, slender bugle, round 15, chaton monte, round 15, slender bugle, round 15, spacer, and here I get in position by beading through delica, round 15, bicon bead. So this is how it should look like at the moment. Ooh, and Zuzi says, while proofing, I used a combination of matte metallic bugles in front and metallic in the back. So Zuzi actually combined 2 colors of bugle beads, and I think it's an amazing idea. So let's see what's happening in step 8. And here we will be pulling the seed beads at the top closer to each other. So we will do a repetition of part of the thread path while skipping. We had, like you might remember, we had a group of 3 at the top and at the bottom, and we will be skipping this bead to make this shape pointier. So exiting the bicon bead, I bead through round 15, bugle, and then 2 round 15s, 2 more round 15s. I skip the round 15 in the middle. And I continue through 4 more round 15s. And now slender bugle, round 15. Bicone, round 15. Delica. Zuzi goes through the outside Delica. I will be a rebel and I will go through the inside Delica because it doesn't matter. Okay, I will go through the outside Delica. Zuzi is clever. I can't fit without risking to damage the chaton or something. I will not be a rebel this time. So I went through the Delica, round 15, Bicone, round 15, then 4 round 15 beads. I skipped the one in the middle, and 4 more round 15s. The chaton monte is 6 millimeter. Zuzi, if you are here, can you maybe check it, please? Because the lady said that there is 4 millimeter in the material list, and I'm sorry, but I didn't notice it when I was proofing your tutorial. I didn't look into the material list, only the steps. So I actually got to the very end, and the next step shows you how it looks like when it's finished. And you can even like hang something at the bottom. I was thinking about hanging maybe the navette charm there. I think that would be suitable. I actually have 2 pieces, and I'm using this diamond effect. Super nice ear stud. Actually, we have, you know, this tiny chaton roses in the box because of the symbols included. And today when I was beading this, then I had an idea. Also, the chaton roses, they can also be glued to the historic filigree in the middle. But actually we have a third possibility to use them, that you can also glue this on the ear stud. I would glue it to the very top, not in the middle, but to the very top to keep it balanced. So lovely ladies, this was it for today. And do you have any questions about this beautiful motif? Please let me know. Yay, I'm so happy that I will have a full pair by today evening. And I would like to thank Zuzi for this amazing design. She did such an amazing job. Like, this is truly one of my favorites to look at already. And I have a box where I have jewels that it's just my archives basically, and I think that I will not wear them as much, but this, Zuzi, they will go to my little cabinet of jewels in my bedroom where I keep the ones that I'm actually going to wear. And I'm just putting 2 motifs next to each other so the ladies can imagine it better, that how would it look like as a bracelet. I think it would look amazing. And Mary says, remember to give a thumbs up for this beautiful teaching. Thank you so much, dear Mary. Please give us a thumbs up. Please share this video. Please tell your friends about Beadingschool. It's really like essential for us that you keep doing that every time when it comes to your mind. So thank you so much, ladies, for beading the Ruby Oculus together with me. We are starting to immerse ourselves in the Rosetta window team, learning about Gothic architecture in the meantime. And I would like to invite you to join me next week for Coffee Time with Erika. Tomorrow, actually, I will be traveling to Budapest, and oh, we will have such a nice weekend together with my high school friends. And you might know, if you stay close, that actually some of the beading school team members are my high school best friends. So I'm going to meet Christy and I'm going to meet Andrea, and I'm so looking forward. We will spend the weekend together. And then I will be traveling from Budapest to Slovakia, where the beading school treasury is located. And on Tuesday, 𝐂𝐋𝐈𝐂𝐊 and Zuzi are visiting the treasury. And during Coffee Time with Erika, you can meet 𝐂𝐋𝐈𝐂𝐊. We will be there together, and you will be able to ask all your questions from 𝐂𝐋𝐈𝐂𝐊. It will be a get to know the team day, and this time it's 𝐂𝐋𝐈𝐂𝐊's turn. 𝐂𝐋𝐈𝐂𝐊 started with us to bead together some time ago, and many years ago, and then gradually she started to help out, and now she's like a full-time team member with us, and it's amazing. And no matter whom you ask in the treasury how it is to work with 𝐂𝐋𝐈𝐂𝐊, everyone will be like, it is so wonderful. So yeah, on Tuesday you can get to know 𝐂𝐋𝐈𝐂𝐊. I'm switching now again to my face camera a bit. Oh, sorry about that. You had to look at my palm for a minute. Not a minute, a few seconds. So I'm switching back to my face camera. And so Tuesday you can meet 𝐂𝐋𝐈𝐂𝐊, and please prepare your questions. 𝐂𝐋𝐈𝐂𝐊, I'm so looking forward to hug you again, and I hope we can have a coffee and a cake together too. And we treasure working with you so much, and I treasure your friendship so much. It will be an amazing time. On Thursday, for Erika, it's traveling day again. Erika needs to get from Slovakia to the Czech Republic. So because of me being on a train for half of the day, you get to enjoy an offline No One Has to Bead Alone with Laura's design this time. And it's called, let me see, next week it will be offline No One Has to Bead Alone Saint-Chapelle by Laura. So it means that there won't be a live video next week, but we will publish the PDF tutorial in the same way as always. So you can get together in the Beading School Club, bead together. Please post even more pictures than usual, because, well, there is a lack of a live video. You ladies, take up the responsibility and create the atmosphere in the club. Post your bead mats before beading, during beading, after beading. Talk to your beading friends, and make up for it that I won't be able to be with you. And I'm really looking forward to this little trip. It's going to be one of the highlights of my year for sure. And I'm really looking forward to meet 𝐂𝐋𝐈𝐂𝐊 and everyone in the treasury. Lovely ladies, on Tuesday, we published an article from collecting all the jewels that you can bead from the Rosetta window collection. So I would like to encourage you to put together your mini kits from the Beading School Academy team boxes, or to look into your stashes, or to get some sparklies from the Beading School bead shop, so you can bead the new beautiful Rosetta window collection together with me. This is the link to the article. And also I have the link for you where you can check out what is included in the box if you would like to become a member of the Beadingschool Academy. So just some useful tips for you. And Sherry is asking, Erika, I was wondering if there will be a special art cabochon made with an elaborate cross design on it. That would be so wonderful to have and use with this theme. My dear Sherry, the last week of every theme, it's always dedicated to bead embroidery. And while Beadingschool art cabochons also are great for bead weaving, I think they are the most suitable for bead embroidery. And there might be a new collection coming. So keep an eye on Embroidery Week. It is quite some time from now because we are just starting out, but yeah, I like to make your wishes come true. Sometimes I don't even know yet about your wishes, but they might come true. So thank you so much, lovely ladies, for beading with me today. And thank you so much for loving the Rosetta Window collection. Thank you for sharing the videos and everything. Thank you for placing your sparkly bead orders with us. It really keeps us going and it's super important. Yeah, these are hard times, so we can make it together to get through this, and we really, really need your help by spreading the word and being here and beading together. So thank you so much, lovelies, and I would like to wish you a wonderful rest of the week. Keep me updated. How is it going with you on your bead mats and beyond? And let's see each other on Tuesday together with Aniko. Take care, ladies. Have fun and happy beading.